I'm just dancing. I'm having fun. Hey, everybody. It's Charlie Grace with Charlie Grace Adventures. Happy Travel Talk Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry I missed you last week. I got to tell you, things were like going crazy. Lots of stuff is happening. Very, very cool. We'll talk about this thing over here in the corner. You'll understand it in just a little bit later. For those of you who are watching, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button and bell to get notified. If you would like to travel on four wheels all over North America, all over the world, we're going to be your source for some really cool hot topics and some things going on. So this is really neat. So right now, let's just talk a little bit. We are on Twitch. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. I'm primarily going to be doing a lot more interacting with our people on YouTube. Not to say that you guys aren't cool like that. I'm just letting you know. So we're going to have an interactive chat on YouTube right now. So if you want to hop on over to YouTube, come on over. Charlie Grace Adventures. You'll see the live stream. It's a lot of fun. So let's rip this thing off like a Band-Aid, because you're going to be looking at me going, what the heck is this thing back here, right? What is it? Well, let's see if anyone in the chat can take a guess. Well, I'm going to say hi to some people. Let's see who's here right now. Oh my gosh. I believe our winner last week, Miss Naj. Hey, how do you do, everyone? How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. I'm glad to see you got your hat. I'll have to share a picture of Naj with her hat. She looked really cute. It was really awesome. You can only get your Everyday is an Adventure really cool dad cap by winning it on my live stream or meeting me in person. So if you want to win one, stay tuned. We're going to do a giveaway in a little bit. Just letting you know, guys. I see Stanley McFalls is here. Hey, another awesome channel subscriber. Just saying, with the inside scoop. Love that, buddy. How's it going? Coffee Nut. It's almost time to grab your snacks and drink and settle in. Absolutely. I know. Got mine already. Ready. There's my buddy Bree. Hey, Bree, how are you? Hope you're having a great day. I love this. You guys are so much fun. I love seeing. There's She Devil. Hey, She Devil. How's it going? Tommy, things are just crazy. We're going to talk about Skoolie Swarm. I know you're sorely in the Skoolie thing right now, and it's really been interesting to watch how these Skoolies are getting around and what they're doing, and it's pretty intense. It's really exciting. So, anyone want to take a guess what this is back here? It's circular. It's a little on the fitted side. It's not for me. I will say it's not clothing for me, just to give you guys a heads up. As you can see, it has a QR code on it. So as I was driving to the wonderful state of Tennessee, going to Chattanooga, actually, as I was driving in South Pittsburgh, I came to a light. And if you know me and my van, it says Charlie Grace Adventures on the side of my camper van, on the back and the front. I get to a stop sign, and this guy has his phone out. He's pointing at it like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, is there something wrong? And I turn, and it's a picture of me. So I was like, huh? But he actually, what he did was he subscribed. He wrote it all out, and he went there and he was showing he subscribed, which is so cool. And I love meeting new people and meeting new friends, even at stoplights on my travel days. But this is my new wheel cover, because I'm getting a spare tire for the van. Yes. And I thought, you know what, instead of people trying to type all this out, charliegraceadventures.com, wouldn't it be great if I just had a QR code to put on my spare tire so people could shoot a picture and you're there? Wouldn't that make sense? I think it makes sense. So anyways, there's also a little bit of hidden message in it too. So I'll let you guys try to figure that out later. I'll sort of bring it up, but it's orange and purple and black and white, just sort of keeping with my theme colors. For those of you who wonder, I'm wearing a Karma delivery shirt on, not just a Karma shirt, but a Karma delivery shirt on. So just keeping it real. All I got to say. All right, guys, so we got a few people in the house. Let's talk about what's going on. There is some big news happening. And when it comes to travel, we just got to talk RVs rip it off like a Band-Aid and talk about it. I don't know if you've heard the sad news, but for me, it's a bit of sad news. Let me share my screen and see if I can bring this up real quick. So I read RV news. I don't know about you guys, but Earth Cruiser is now officially ending manufacturing. After 16 years of making these amazing Earth Cruisers, overlanding vehicles, they are finally shelving the project. I am so sad. These things have been amazing. There are a lot of high-end RV situations that are sort of feeling the hit these days. So I'm going to drop a link for this article so you guys can read it at your leisure and go from there. But I'm just there's lots of things happening, guys. And I got to tell you, everyone's taking the hit right now. So if you are looking to buy an RV, if you're looking to go in that direction, now is a great time to go out there, because you're going to get some deals. Lots of really cool things. Now, these Earth Cruisers, I'm not going to lie, they are massive and awesome. And you want to talk about the ultimate overlanding kind of vehicle. I believe they start at least $250 or $350 on up, if I'm not mistaken. So they're pretty out there, but they're really, really neat. Really cool. I got to go in one, toured one. I was like, ooh, this is nice. Yeah, Really, really cool. A couple of little highlights real quick to let you guys know about. Uh, Also talked about, dun, 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 there's a new yacht-inspired Type B class motorhome. So honestly, I think they're all yacht-inspired. There's a lot of the marine things that we use when it comes to these kind of Class B RVs, but the initial Innova Road Trip 595L. There we go. Deliveries are going to be made. So it's a collaboration between the yacht and vehicle manufacturer of, I think it's called Kaleche Customs. It's a custom vehicle builder. Really, really cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff about this one too, but I'm thinking, I would like to see more, not exactly stealth-ish, but I know you no longer have to have those honking air conditioners on top of these vans, because we're using so many more marine parts, you can put it inside. There's some really neat things we can do right now. And I think we sort of got to up our game on design on these things. Not everybody wants to look like a huge Mad Max Class B van person, especially going through urban areas. So it is really cool, but what we're going to do. Coffee Nut says, I'm trying to sell the idea to my husband for an RV or travel trailer. I told him if I find one, I'll build my own campground in our backyard. I understand that. I could see that. I know a lot of people right now who are actually buying land for sort of like themselves and their friends to come camping on. That's a new trend. I think that's really cool. I met a lady in Florida who was actually buying some land, I believe in Hohenwald, Tennessee, and she was buying it specifically so she and her girlfriends or any women in need could go camping there. I think that's a really cool idea. I love that. All right, let's go back. Let's see what other hot topics we got to go through real quick. This is sort of funny. I was dying laughing when they said that, I think, is it Dometic? We're going here, Dometic. Yeah, Dometic returns awning manufacturing to India. Honestly, I think every single RV thing is made in India, it seems these days. If it's not, I'd be surprised. So everything goes to Indiana. Here I am talking Indiana, Elkhart, Indiana, and surrounding areas. That's pretty much where everything gets made when you're getting a corporate or a company manufactured RV. That's sort of where they go. I mean, Tiffin's made Red Bay, Alabama. Storyteller's made in Birmingham, Alabama. But most everything else is now Indiana. Even Lazy Days, all those great RVs from back in the day, they are no longer, made in California. That company's gone too. So like I said, I know lots of salespeople in the RV industry, and they're like just waiting to find out what's going to happen because a lot of people aren't buying. We're in high season of camping, and it should be people trying to get campers left and right. And there's a lot of lots that things are just sitting there. So there's a lot of incentives. I've seen Winnebago offer some incentives of, I think, like 2 e-bikes. Like if you buy a brand new camper van from them, you get 2 e-bikes. I think you even get an EcoFlow portable cooler that's like a cooling system, which is nice. Lots and lots of deals. So just putting it out there. All right, guys. So here's what I want to know from you. How's your week been? Where are you traveling today? Where are you? Because I know I am making travel plans. I'm going to be being in North Carolina in the next couple weeks. And then, then it's going to be Ohio and New York and going around Lake Ontario and all the way up to Maine. It's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. So got to enjoy my time in the studio while I have it and get some things done, which is really cool. But let me know in the comments where you guys are today. And if you have any plans for trips, and we can go from there, which is pretty cool. We are going to, let's see, what other kind of news do we have today? I need to jump back in here. I think it's time for, is it that time again? Yep, hold on. Here we go. All right, for camper van news, let's talk about this. I am in the midst of launching a brand new program in June for all my camper van friends. This is going to be specifically for the van curious people who would like to think about van. They're dreaming, do I want to get one? Do I not want to get one? And how do I want to do a DIY? Do I want to buy one that's already made? That sort of thing. And we're going to connect them to all those really cool builders and products and services to help them get on their journey. It's a lot of information. I look back at my own, journey on van life, and I realized, what were the things that I really needed? Yes, I was blessed to have some really good people that I knew that could answer some questions for me, but there was a lot of things I didn't know, and I'm still learning as I'm going along. So I'm trying to set up a program, and like I said, we'll launch it in June. Very excited about this. I'm going to be talking about it on the RV Queen podcast. I'm actually going to be interviewed for that next week. I don't know when she's going to launch it. It might be probably in June sometime, but I'll let you guys know. And this whole program is fantastic. So it's the whole idea from the inception of like the van curious and dreamers to the people who bought and getting them tied in those products and services that you need to maintain and keep things going, to really finding your van life tribe and finding that camping community and group that you want to see. So that's going to be unveiled in June. And I've been working on this for a long time. This is one of those projects I've been waiting to do. You just sort of have to go through it. And one of the big things that I really love about it is it's not just one of those, give me your email and I'll send you a newsletter kind of thing. It's going to be actual, ask me a question. Ask me your van life question. And we're going to have experts that are going to answer those for you. And we're going to get back to people, because I think that's one of the biggest things I see is people get thrown a bunch of information, but maybe it's very specific. Maybe it's something like, I'm a couple and I want to get a van, but what kind of vans would be best for a couple? And what kind of vans would be best for a couple who we're only going to do it in the summertime? Do I really need to worry about all this insulation? Things like that. Questions that people really do have. 9 times out of 10, people buy these vehicles and they're like, I'm only going to use it a little bit. And then they start doing bigger and bigger and bigger trips. So we're going to think a little bit outside the box and try to answer that, and then hopefully put them on the right path and connect them to the right people. So I'm hoping to be a connection. I love being a connection to other people. I love helping people meet each other, and just, it's a win-win. It's a fantastic thing. So very cool. Very cool. All right. She Devil RV says she's at that is the RV capital. You're right. Elmhart, Indiana. Just came back from camping in King's Dominion. Not sure if I'll make it to Skoolie Swarm in September. You know what? I need to figure out. That's going to be a toughie. September is a very, very busy month. It is the RV and Women's National Convention in York, PA, York, Pennsylvania. It's the Hershey RV Show. It is Michigan 24. It is Johnny's Journeys Meetup. There's a Skoolie Swarm happening. There's a lot of things happening in September. I think there's even going to be a Van Fest maybe up in the Northeast. So yeah, September's going to be a busy month. Check my website, go to the meetup section on my website, and I'll drop that link for you somewhere. And you guys can check out and see what's going on, because I love to get people connected to meet other people, especially other supporters, and, just see what you can do and meet some new friends. Let me drop that link for the meetups in the chat so you guys can take a look at that real quick and see what's coming up. Let's talk about meetups and what is next, though, because if you're making plans, it is time to start going there. Let me present and share my screen on the meetups. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, guys, here we go. Today it is April. We're almost out. We're almost into May, guys. It's really close. Tomorrow's May 1st. So let's talk a little about where people are right now. There is a big event going on in Nashville, Tennessee. It's called the Best of the Nashville Hop. They're going to go around and do some stuff. It's really, really neat. If you haven't done a hop, it's worth it, because they'll put you on a bus. They'll take you around. I love these things. If you're out in Oregon, rendezvous at Mount Bachelor. Really cool thing. Camp Carpe Diem, one of my favorite ones to attend, is in Hot Springs, Arkansas. I don't know if they have any more tickets left, but take a look if you're interested. Sometimes just the way you travel, you might be able to be in the area. I highly recommend going to Camp Carpe Diem. I know I would like to go. I'm trying to make sure I can put that on my calendar this year. Also in May, we've got the Overland Expo West over in Flagstaff, Arizona, and the Black Hills and Badlands Hangout in Spearfish, South Dakota. So lots of things coming up. There's always something every single month. And I highly suggest you guys check out this meetup page, see if there's things that you want to go to. And there's, of course, our Oregon Nomad Meetup with Gracie and Jack. They're doing that one, which is really cool. I'm going to be at the Adventure Bandits Bash in Mineral City, Ohio in June. So I know they've got a few tickets left for that too. And I just put this up. There's a Van Life Community Canada. They're going to be in Digby, Nova Scotia. So if you're interested in going to Canada, hanging out with some really cool Canadian van lifers, check them out. Really nice people. I met them at Skoolie Swarm. Actually, I met them at Van Fest first. Oh my gosh, Van Fest, Peace, Love, and Vans, and Skoolie Swarm. They went to really cool stuff. So really nice, really, really nice things. I love when we can help some people out there. Whew, I'm talking fast. I'm drinking lots of tea. Let me take a break here. Hold on. The caffeine just kicked in. There you go. Oh, deep breath. Do me a favor. Share this out with your friends. Share this out with people on your socials. Let them know that we're back on Tuesdays. It's a lot of fun to have our friends come in on Tuesdays. I've been thinking about going on Thursdays too. It's been a while. I started on Thursdays, which is a good time, and going after blind views and doing some things in there. So if you guys are interested, let me know. That might be more casual, like a catch-up Thursday, which would be neat. I like Thursdays. Thursdays rock. All right. Let me see. What else do we have to talk about? Ooh, we have lots of stuff to talk about. Where's my next one? We talked about hot topics. Oh, I know what we got to talk about. Weather. So, for those of you who've been traveling a while, you understand right now there's a lot of tornadoes. It's been tornado season. So, depending on where you are, please, please, please make sure you're checking your weather apps. Very important. We had a huge once again, huge storm front that went from the northernmost point to the southernmost point in the United States and went all the way across from like the plains all the way to the East Coast. And they had some significant tornadoes in Iowa. So, just feeling for those who've been affected. And if you are making travel plans, please make sure you check the weather first, because the only thing you can do when it comes to tornadoes is drive around or avoid or go someplace else. So please make sure you're checking your weather and go from there. Always something you gotta think about. All right. Let's see. Last but not least, I think we need one more thing. What are we going to talk about? I think it's about Rosie, who is asleep down here. Rosie Bell Dog is doing fantastic. My partner in crime, my coworker, my navigator, my 7-year-old dog who thinks she can drive a van. And she got her yearly physical. And I always say, if you're going to travel with your pets, make sure they get their yearly physical with her rabies shot and all her medication and paperwork and things like that. Because we are going to be going to Canada again. You got to make sure you have all of that ready with your passport. So when they ask you, there you go. I also found out that if you want to get all the travel paperwork, because there is an actual form that they need to fill out if you're going to put your dog in a plane or a boat or things like that. They ask for more information than just, do you have your rabies shot? So if you are thinking about taking a trip that would involve more than just a vehicle, make sure when you go for your yearly checkup that you're asking for that. That's really important. It slipped my mind when I went there. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be on a plane anytime soon, but it's good to know. Always good to know. All right. I do want to give a shout out to our members because we have some things coming up. So let's do that right now. Here we go. All right. So you've seen these really cool members. We have more to add to the list, which is awesome. We're going to be putting out some things about some camping group huddles pretty soon. So I'm going to be dropping those links in the next week, especially since I'm going all the way up to the Northeast. I don't get to go all the way up to the Northeast. If you or someone you know lives in that area, I'm talking New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. That's a lot to say. I'm going to be going up there. We're going to have a huddle. I'm going to figure out where that's going to be. And you guys can come up and join me if you want to go. That's cool. If you live there and you want me to stop by and say, hey, or you want to just meet up for a coffee or, a lunch or something, let me know that too. And we'll put that on the schedule. So it's been a little crazy trying to get this all put together. I've been waiting to take this trip. Everyone has that bucket list trip. I'm waiting to take this trip for a long time. I thought I was going to take it in 2020. Things happened, as we all know. And it's been 4 years to try to get this done. So, there's the Gonzo book. Hello from Lebanon, PA. How are you? Hope you're having a great night. We're just talking about, I'm going to be coming through Pennsylvania. Imagine that. Lots of stuff happening this year. So I've got to get my calendar out a little more public. I'm not going to go crazy with every location, just sort of a general area so you guys can see where I'm going to be. And then if you're in route, I'd love to stop by and say, hey, Lord knows I've met people that like loves travel stops, as well as, sometimes I've even parked in people's driveways. Gotta love that. Always nice. Boondockers Welcome, Harvest Host, RV Overnights. I love RV Overnights. So much easier. I love their filters. I love a lot of things of what they're doing. They're getting more and more and more sites that you can spend the night overnight, which I love. But they're getting there. They're getting there, guys. I'm telling you, they're going to give Harvest Host a run for their money. So just you wait. I love this. Always fun. Okay. I have a question. I want you guys to think about the answer. Are you ready? What is the most important thing to pack for you when you travel? Think about that. What's the most important thing to pack for you when you travel? I've got a list. I have things that I think about. I always bring an extra pair of glasses. I always have a spare pair of glasses. Things happen. You fall down, they break, you step on them, who knows what. Glasses are sort of a big deal for me, so I can at least see where I'm going. Most people would say underwear. Small things. You never know. But I want to know, what do you guys think? What is the most important thing? Put it in the chat. Let me know. We're going to share some of these because I've been talking to people about this, and I'm always shocked and surprised what the real answer is. Some people say, my best friend or my husband or my wife. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they think, I'm not packing that. They're packing their own. They're in charge of their own stuff or whatever. You never know. Always a good time. So while you're thinking about that answer, I'm going to talk about one of our guests that's going to be coming up. It's from the RV Boot Camp. Okay. RV Boot Camp is a really amazing educational. They do an online class and they do a in-person boot camp and workshop. And if you're interested, Ken Wimfield is the actual owner of this. He does a fantastic job. I love this. And you could learn how to be an RV mechanic, which is so cool. They'll talk about plumbing, propane, refrigerator, furnace. You'll get a certified online test that'll make you an actual certified RV mechanic. And then you can start doing your own repairs and having, do warranty work on your own rig and have them pay you. I love that. What a great idea. Because I know I'm paying something like $175 an hour to a technician. If I could do it, I could get paid myself. How cool would that be? So we're going to have Ken back here and talk about this a little bit. It's probably going to be a few weeks, but I just want to give you guys a heads up. Take a look at the RV Boot Camp. I'll get you guys a discount too, I think, which would be nice. But take a look at the story. Did I see Gonzo book? Oh my gosh. My wife, I tend to forget her. No, that's important. If she's traveling with you and she might even carry, who knows, the map. Oh gosh, you're killing me. You're killing me, Gonzo book. I love these. All right, let's give you a thank you. Let's give you a nice big shout out. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go for a race. Here we go. I love the woo. That's the best. Oh, just wait. The day is coming. I know there'll be more. Woo! We're going to get together and do a caravan sometime, guys. We're going to have fun. Did I see Debbie F come in here? Hey, Debbie, how you doing? Yeah, Rosie's taking a nap. She's hanging out down here. She's relaxing. We're talking about the most important thing that you need to pack when you go on your travels. She Devil says, my wallet and credit cards. If I forget anything, at least I have the means to get what I need. Tell me about it, sister. I'm telling you. There have been days I think I overpack every stinking trip. I always put too much in there and I realize I should have less. I'll get it somewhere. The only thing that bothers me, let's talk about this for a second, shall we? Only thing that bothers me is when I go grocery shopping, when I want to go, who knows where I am, and I just need a stick of butter or I don't need 18 eggs. When you have a very small fridge, you can't get all these crazy things that you want. You got to I don't need 4 chicken breasts. I need 2, something of that nature. It's really, really hard. So I know I'm not the only person out there who has a small fridge in their RV, but you start thinking about those things like, man, I just overpack and then what? I love this. Okay. Everybody saying hi. Oh my gosh, that's the truth. Wallet. Coffee's important too. Don't forget that. But if you do, you can stop by the store. That's true. For me, it's tea and my sweet tea. I'm trying to wean myself, Bree. This has been the hardest. I'm getting headaches because I know I'm addicted to the caffeine. I know it. It's a problem. So I'm trying to just do like a sweet tea in the morning and then just drink a lot of water throughout the day. That's the goal, but it's hard. It's really hard. You guys and your coffee addictions, it's a thing. I get it. No, I'm not complaining at all. I totally understand this. My passport. Yeah. I gotta have your passport. And you got to keep it secure too. That's something you have to think about. How do you keep your passport secure while you're trying to, go places and do things? Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. And bell or in the heart or whatever you guys want to do, because I know we've got 14 in the house right now and we could use a few more thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. So cool. The truth. Oh wait, what's water? Water. Water's that clear thing that pretty much mixes with everything. It can't be diluted, just so you know. I know. I'm drinking a bunch of it. I'm really trying. It's pretty hard. Let me tell you what. I know. I love my coffee, people. I really do. I'm telling you, the broken nomad, he always talks about his coffee things. He loves him some coffee. I have a lot of coffee friends. I'm a tea person. When you're in the South, you drink a lot of sweet tea. So it's harder. It's harder to find when you go up north because you go someplace for breakfast and they give you the hot tea. And you're like, well, okay, I'll make the hot tea, but then give me a glass of ice cubes. And then wait a minute, give me a bunch of sugar so I can mix it in with the hot tea and then pour it over the ice cubes. And it's sort of like sweet tea. It's a whole ordeal. It really is crazy. So I just make it myself. Wait, you can't dilute water? No, you can't. This is the hardest thing you can think of. When you go to a bar, ask for something that's the hardest. You give me the hardest thing you got that can't be diluted. It's water. It's always water. I love this. Have you tried flavored water? When I drink water, it has to be with lots of ice. Yeah, I'm not a flavor person. I like lemonade, but there's other people who might like that. Yeah, and I use big ice balls. It's like really big, nasty, huge, like you put them in rocks glasses to pour whiskey over. But that's okay. I'm good with that. There's water and coffee. You'll be good. Yeah, exactly right. You gotta start somewhere. I love this. Outdoors with Dan. Hey, Charlie. I tried water once. I didn't like it. Oh, geez. Well, you're just a big walking water sack, right? We're just filled with water anyways. I feel like I'm a young child now where I'm like, okay, no more water after a certain time. So I don't have to get up in the middle of the night my body's just one big processing water machine. That's all I gotta say. But you gotta have good water. So if you guys are out there with RVs and you are drinking water, I'm curious, do you buy bottled water? Or do you buy, do you get a filter for your RV while you're doing it? A lot of people are into Berkey systems. A lot of people like the Berkey water filtration. Some of you guys have those blue things that you turn on the nozzle and you stick it right there. It helps. I have an interior filter that I have on my RV, but I the water I really use is for washing dishes, brush my teeth, take a shower, flush the toilet. I very rarely drink my water in my RV. I normally get bottled water of some kind or another kind of filtered water. That's what I tend to do. I know, and it takes up space. I know it takes up space. That's an issue I have. I'm dealing with that one too. But that's why I do. And I always bring 2 gallons before I leave. Before I drive out, I have 2 gallons of water with me. So I've got a gallon of water just in case I got to flush the toilet, things like that, or a gallon of water for the dog, myself to share. So I'm a big water person. Debbie says Aldi sells the best flavored water. Oh, good to know. I do love Aldi. Aldi's a nice place. Gonzo Buck says, I live on bottled water when I camp to drink. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to get the individual bottles of water because I know that's a thing. And I know that the plastic can melt and get hot and cold and da-da-da-da. So I'm trying to get like a gallon of water and then just pour it in my cup and do it that way. It's just, for me, I feel like it's a little better. I don't know. It's just, I'm giving myself a false sense of security. Okay, outdoors with Dan. Now I drink water like I drink beer. Chug, chug, chug. Yeah, like you used to. I get it. It's one of those things. Gary's like bottled water. See, it's hard though. It's really hard. It takes up space. It's a big thing of space too. And you got to make sure. You got to make sure it's decent water. I tend to. Okay, so let's talk bottled water. I like smart water. I like to keep some smart water on hand, so electrolytes and stuff. If you get sick, it's nice to have things in your RV just in case. A can of chicken noodle soup, some saltine crackers, and some water. Lord knows I got food poisoning on my Florida trip, and it was horrible. And without those 3 things in my rig, I don't know what I would have done. It was just, I had to sit still for like at least 2 to 3 days. I couldn't do anything. It was really, really bad. So especially when you don't know anybody and you're traveling by yourself. I wasn't about to send Rosie out with like a little barrel to go get some brandy or whiskey, like, hello, help, like back in the Alps, those old cartoon days. I love that one. Those are always a good time. Okay, guys, we are at half of the hour. That means it's time for, you know what it's time for. I know what it's time for. Are you ready? It's giveaway time. I love giveaway time. All right, guys, we need a word for the giveaway. I am thinking today's giveaway should be, ready for this? Tuesday. That is the day that it is today, which is a fantastic day. It's Travel Talk Tuesday. So if you spell it just the way it is on the screen, you will be in the hopper to win a prize. What that prize today entails, why, let me tell you, Sam. Here we go. The prize today, of course, is dun, 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 a brand new, let me stop sharing for a second, brand new Everyday's Adventure baseball hat. It's really nice with a nice little metal clasp at the end. So it's adjustable, which is nice. So you can wear that. I love these dad hats. They are really, really handy. We've already handed out about 23 of these this year, which is cool. So there's not that many left. I'm just saying. So if you want one, now's your chance to win one. And I'll be giving these out, of course, at our first meetup when we do our little huddles too, which is cool. So let me share my screen again so you guys can see what you're supposed to write in here. Tuesday. Just write Tuesday. We'll give it a couple seconds to let people put the words in. That's right. You guys have got it. Tuesday. That's the way you do it. The Gonzo book said, I had food poisoning on my trip to Berlin, Germany. It's, oh man, that would be bad. I think about these things. You take these really big trips and then you just get sick out of nowhere and it can happen just anywhere. Yeah. We've had really bad pollen in the South and everyone's like, wait, you could open your windows, let the fresh air in, but it's been so yellow chalky. I mean, my camper van is covered. It's a whole nother color. Um, my allergies can't take it. It's just not what I need. Not the thing that we need to go for, right? Mm. All right, we're gonna give another second, let a few more people come in here. So yeah, got to be careful. But the hats are cool. I love the hats. I've got them in blue and I've got them in black, and you get your choice this time, which is nice. Yay! I love this. Very, very cool. And we're putting out some new t-shirts, not just our funny karma delivery ones, not some, those. We've got a few more really cool shirts coming out for our new project that we're talking about in June. I love talk. I love sort of like giving you an idea, but not an idea. Sort of give you an idea. We'll see how this goes. Okay, guys, I think we're going to draw. Are you ready? We are going to draw. Let's draw now. Let's see what's going to be. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be? No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. It is. Oh, I love these. So much fun. Oh, Outdoors with Den. Fantastic. Congratulations, man. Oh, my goodness. That is so cool. And this is how we do it. Here's the things. Send me your address to send your prize to at contact@CharlieGraceAdventures. You have 10 days to claim that. The best thing to do is just write me one right now and say, hello, say I won, and give me the good stuff. And I will stick this in the mail tomorrow, if not the next day, and we'll get this out to you, which is cool. I also like to stick extra little somethings in there too. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's fun. I think with Naj, I even sent like a little extra disco ball. You never know. So congratulations, man. That is awesome. Yay. All right. There's my friend Thrifty Angela. Hey, Thrifty Angela, how you doing? Hope you're having a great night. Yay. Thank you. You were so welcome, buddy. Congratulations. I love this. All right. I am having what I call a bit of an allergy day myself today. So I am not going to be going on for a full hour today. I'm only going to be going for a little bit longer. But if you have any questions and you would like to pop them in the chat about anything going on right now in the travel community, please feel free to do so. And I'm more than happy to do my best, or at least point you in the right direction to the answer. I did get a big thank you from RVing Women. I was able to do their fireside chat group and talk about traveling with dogs. And that was a lot of fun. So got to talk to some amazing women and just discuss, some tips and tricks and things that they can do while they're traveling with their pets. And this year I've met people traveling with dogs, cats, parrots, turtles, snakes. I've met a lot of people traveling with lots of different things over the years. So it's been sort of interesting to see how people do this and the direction they're going in. So really neat, really cool. I love that. Oh, it says, I hope you feel better soon. Allergies have been so bad around here. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I can feel it. It's like you start feeling your glands. You start feeling it up here and you're like, ooh, not good. Yeah, got to take it easy. There's only so much Sudafed a person can take. For those of you who are just joining in, I'm just sorry, I got to point over here. This is going to be my new spare tire cover for the van. So excited. Yay. Really happy about it. And we'll show you what's coming up. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to do a little behind the scenes. And oh, wait, here we go. Are you going to the Adventure Bandits Glamp Out in June? Heck yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see everybody. I am just so excited. They're putting me off on what they call the island of misfit campers. But I'm hosting one of the fire pits out there too. So it's going to be really cool, but I'll be out there. I don't know where it is, in the middle of nowhere. And they're going to put us together. And honestly, I host a pretty kicking kind of fire pit. So people might be taking their little bikes down to over by my side and doing it. It's going to be good time. Good time. I think it's an 80s theme, isn't it? So I got to get my 80s stuff out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Haven't quite figured out. I think unless I'll do a bad impression of, was it Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up, or a Madonna or something? I have no idea. Yep, we'll see you then. Hey, there you go. Hey, there's In These Streets. How are you? How are you, Eddie and June? How's it going? Hope you guys are having a great night. You just missed the giveaway. Oh my gosh, we just gave away one of the new Everyday's Adventure hat. Gotta love these things. Next time, gotta get here, man. These things happen. So much fun. So much fun. Oh, so with that being said, I'm going to, here we go. You can take your new guitar for the campfire sing along. Oh, you know it. I love my new cigar box guitar. I love this thing. It's so much fun. There's actually a cigar box guitar festival happening in Huntsville, Alabama, and I can't wait to go and check it out and do some stuff. That's going to be really neat. And there's also the Strawberry Festival happening. One of my favorite singer-songwriters, Mr. Eric Hutchinson's going to be there, and going to go down and say hey to him. I think he's also going to be up in Kentucky too, but it's hard to find when you have friends that are musicians and they're always on tour. It's like me. It's like we're just trying to find where we are in the country and try to meet up, which, by the way, if you're not on Nomad Near Me, I'm going to type that in the chat real quick. It's called Nomad Near Me. It's an app, and I'm on it, and a lot of the people are on it. So as you're traveling, it'll sort of give like, I'm in Alabama today. It's not going to tell you exactly where you are in Alabama, but it'll say, hey, your friend, Thrifty Angela, is 136 miles away. And you're like, oh, I'm so close. So you can connect with people as you see them throughout the United States and say, hey, let's get together. Or, oh, what are you doing for dinner? It's a really cool app, and I really like that. So for people who travel and you just forget where everyone is, I love that idea. So check it out. Nomad Near Me, my little tip for the day. There's lots of little apps that I think as we travel, we should have on our phone, and keeping community together is really a big one. So, all right. Any other thoughts or questions before I conclude? Oh my gosh, I hate to do this so short. I love hanging out with you guys. I missed you guys. I can't wait to show you all the new stuff. Oh, here we go. Question. Can you scan that tire cover? Why, yes, you can, Gonzo Book. Yes, you can. That's the coolest part about it, because everyone was complaining that they were having to type out charliegraceadventures.com on their phone while you're driving. That's not safe. I can't believe people are doing that. So I actually thought of the safety of people around me so they could do that. I think that's the way to do it. I think we got to come up with some ideas if you're a content creator and you put these things down. How the whole thing works for you. Oh gosh, here we go though. Thank you, man, for the super chat. Here we go. Woo! Can you tell I was the woo? Woo! I love that. That's totally my favorite part. All right, guys. I want everyone to have a fantastic week. I'm gonna leave you with some behind the scenes of my new video on Skoolie Swarm. I'm gonna present this, and we're gonna just sort of like go through it one by one, and I'll give you like the behind the scenes sneak peek. Sort of like, how shall I say? Sort of like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Let's go with that. So let me.
We're hot.
I'm gonna mute this, and we're gonna talk about behind the scenes. Here we go. Okay. So this is me getting to Skoolie Swarm. As you can see, it was cold, really, really, really cold. I was really happy that I had a sweatshirt and a hoodie and a this and a that and a hat. I even had gloves, really had gloves, which is cool. So I think it's totally something you got to be prepared and bring stuff when you go to these meetups, because you never know what kind of weather it's going to be. Yeah, really weird. Hey, good night, Tommy, and good night, the Gonzo Book. That was fun. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for everybody hanging out with us for a while. But as you can see, behind was this fire pit with the swings, and that's where I was parked over there with these really, really nice people. And we ended up, all of our evening events ended up really being there at the end with the campfires, and that's where I fell and hurt my leg. So if you were there, you would know. Only I can, trip over my own feet. Let me get out of this for a second, guys. I see we already have another ad. So look at these are cool older vans that were there. So it wasn't just Skoolies, there were vans there as well. And the mist off the lake in the morning was so cool. Look at that little fog. Oh, it was so awesome early in the morning. I just love that. Of course, the sun came out, but a lot of vans were parked down on the lake. I called it Van Row. So you could go down there because you couldn't have something really, really heavy. They were very organized and had a schedule. So if you like meetups, like where you know what's going on, and they even have like a QR code. So if things change, you can check it out there. And that morning I got to go to a women's coffee and meet some of the other ladies there and talk about, their journey, if they're traveling with families, what are some of their things that they're working through. Some people were, still in the process of getting their buses put together. And it's a lot of work and effort and money because buses are not cheap. So this is afterwards, we're walking down. I met a really nice lady named Debbie, and she walked me back, and we were just talking about things. It looks like this used to be I don't see a church camp, but I believe it is church affiliated. But they had, of course, bathrooms and cabins and things like that. I can't imagine how hot this place is in Florida in the summertime. Whew. I just, those little cinder block buildings, it felt like you could cook in there. Absolutely. And I was talking about wearing shoes. I wore tennis shoes every single day. I know people who are going barefoot and wearing sandals. Your feet would be filthy. I was in this process of how can I stay the cleanest I possibly can and boondock because this was a complete boondocking event. So you had to understand your solar and your water conservation. Now they had showers there, they had a mess hall, and they had a lot of things you could use, but it was, something to think about. Okay, I bought this hat from a vendor. I love this hat. This hat's probably gonna follow me for the rest of the summer. It's one of those hats that's nice and cool and I thought about this going, sometimes I want a hat, but I don't want to wear a cowgirl hat. So I think I was trying to explain that, you're going to see me in 1,000 different outfits. Did some drone footage. This was really cool just to show you how big this place was and how many rigs there were. There were so many rigs, so many amazing people. So it looks sort of small in what I was sharing with you, but there's so much more. So Skoolie Swarm is an amazing event and people just park willy-nilly wherever they want to park. And a lot of people sell items just to help support themselves, whether it be like jewelry, food items, things like that. And I found it really interesting because it's a great idea. I love supporting local art. You never know what you're going to find. And I also like gifting it forward too. So if I find something that I can give maybe on my next trip to my next host or friends, I like to get that and pay it forward. So this is cool. This lady, it's called the Doodle Bus, and she also had a cat. She had a little orange cat, which was really cute. So she was selling earrings and think, there's your cat. Oh, cute little thing. I love dogs and cats. I love them both. I don't have a cat anymore. I had an outdoor cat back when we had a farm, but not anymore. I'm not gonna have a farm anytime soon. We'll see. This was an interesting thing. They actually had a coffee roaster. So they had a little called retro roast. And this was neat. So people came and they got their coffee right there. So for my coffee people, see, this was a great idea. You have some really gourmet, awesome coffee, and they can make it all. They can do all sorts of things, which I loved. But yeah, I wish I could sample some of these. I think my coffee experience is like I like it really sweet or really creamy and maybe like a tinge of coffee. I know the people who just love the straight bitter coffee flavor. I'm probably more on the sweet side. I probably have to figure out what I want. There was another person that was making really amazing heavy duty dog leashes and dog harnesses. I thought that was cool. And then everyone talks about how slow the rigs are. If you think this is slow, you should see me going up a hill. I love that one. And this lady was doing textile art. So she was doing lots of different textiles and she was doing cash or trade. So sometimes people trade services for things they make and backwards and forwards. Some people do, vintage clothing. I thought that was cool too. So to each their own. I think it's a great idea. I think it's really cool. I didn't bring anything to sell because I wasn't really looking to sell anything. Here was an interesting thing that one of the ladies had bought a new cat scratching post. And so she was helping someone else with a new kitten and giving them their scratching post. And that's what she was doing. I thought it was cool because it looked like a cactus. So, and she had made, the lady on the left was doing a lot of macrame. And so I bought one of her macrame baskets because I was looking at try to put my fruit or something in the van. And it actually worked out really, really well. So that's been super handy. Didn't think I'd ever own one of those in my lifetime. And it really worked really well. So thank you for that. And it was completely worth purchasing and using in the van. And those things are, you got to think about how to, I'm not a good knotter. I think it turned out really well. You can put a disco ball in that too, just so you know. Yeah. I love this. They're all happy. And then there was the goat. I can't say enough about the goat. I've seen a lot of service animals in my lifetime, but this is the first time I've seen a emotional support goat. And she was cute, not gonna lie, cute little goat. And it was a baby goat, but it's not gonna get that much bigger. So it was a tiny goat. I think her name is Georgia. I think the goat's name is Georgia, which is fun. So that night we actually were supposed to go to the mess hall for a big taco night. Well, my neighbors talked me into doing a smaller taco night with a smaller group because one of the members had some health issues and couldn't actually make it over to the mess hall. So she said, would you be willing to come over? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. So we all went together and they made quesadillas and tacos and it was absolutely delicious. But this was in what they call downtown in the Skoolie Fest, and we had LaCroix and my good friend Ryan, who does Bus Life. He does a TikTok live every morning, and then I was there for breakfast pretty much every day. But here we go. This is our typical little fire pit every night, and everyone loves a good fire pit. They were doing a drum circle that night, and this lady had a metal bowl, which I found quite humorous. So why not bring the metal bowl, right? I think it's fantastic. All right, back in the hat. So you know it's cold. It's gonna be a little chilly. So first off, no shame in the game on the hair, because you know what? You're boondocking for days and days. There's no curling iron. There's no hair dryer. You're just dealing with what you got. So gotta love that. But it was, I'd say the drum circle was a really well received kind of thing, because it was just sort of, it wasn't, everyone got to participate. You know, sometimes you go to drum circles and like 2 or 3 people do things. Yeah, a lot of people were participating. I love that. That was really neat. I like that a lot. That was cool. You can see that I had my awning out. So there was a little bit of a misty rain and things. And more importantly, also kept people from walking directly beside my van because it was driving Rosie Bell Dog crazy. Rosie had a hard time. This guy, he had a Starlink out. He had a bathroom. He had everything set up. I mean, he was, talk about a rig. He had everything you could think of. I love that. Really, really nice. I wouldn't want to be that close because there's alligators there. I'm not an alligator fan. At a distance, I'm okay. And then Tommy came, River Sticks. Oh my gosh, this was fun. I got surprised. I'm so glad he came. We had so much fun. I hadn't seen him in a long time. And he actually lives down there in the Florida area, but he was actually piecing apart his van or his bus because he's going to be going to, I think, an Airstream or travel trailer. And he brought some snacks, and I had some snacks. It was Wind Down Wednesday, and my buddy Lisa was there too, which is cool. So we got to hang out for a little while. So this was the Wind Down Wednesday event. And Lisa will tell you, and you'll see her in a second here, that was the absolute best potluck in her nomad career in the past 3 years on the road. She was so impressed. People brought so much wine. Okay, Ryan, this is my friend Ryan, who apparently can't drink the wine because it just dribbles all over him. That's what happens when you're only 26 years old. So, he's a good guy, but you know, it is what it is. And there's Lisa. She's gonna say this is the best potluck ever. Yeah, she's so much fun, and she has a van too. She has a very similar van that I have. But the food was amazing. The charcuterie is great. Oh, so good, so delicious. I love this. I forget what I had. There were sandwiches and prosciutto and dates and figs and jams. Really, really, really yummy. I think I brought like a couple of Josh wines and a nice cab. Tons of dogs, lots of dogs. Everybody brought a dog. There's a little husky. Look at that. And there's Ari. Ari's so sweet. Ari's amazing. And then we're back at the fire pit once again. Lots of fun. Had a great time. Now this is before I fell down. So I fell down and hurt my leg. Okay, on to hat number 2 or 3 or 4. I forget which hat number I'm on. This is one of my favorite ball caps. I don't wear a lot of ball caps, but this is one of my favorites. And one of the reasons why is because my glasses are so wide that I don't like them when they're so curved. They hit the sides of my glasses. So that's why I like this hat. It sort of works for me. What can you say? And crazy morning hair. So, you know, just all over the place. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe I should put a hairbrush through this before I talk to you guys in the mornings. What do you think? And then Rosie was waiting desperately for me to let her out. Poor thing. She's like, let's go for a walk. Let's go do something. She really, really likes her van though. She really likes staying in the van. And this is before I had the new beds. So the bed's really low. Now the bed's really high. So I haven't really decided. I think I'm going to keep my RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. I really do like them. I just had to figure out how much I liked them. Because this was comfortable too. The way I had this one particularly set up, I had a bunch of different cushions. It wasn't as bad, and I slept in it for 2 months. So the fact that I could sleep in it for 2 months was pretty good. Okay, here's some of my van fam people, Canadian friends. That's our Van Life Canada community, and there's Paul and Sarah. There's Paul right there doing some video from PS Adventures. They're a good YouTube channel, which is pretty fun. Check them out. And Steve and Laura were there too. So Steve and Laura also have a YouTube channel. But they actually got stuck pretty bad. They got stuck on their first time parking out there. So we had to, I think they videotaped the whole process of them getting out. So Thank goodness that they bought recovery boards for their van to get them out. And I think they used it like 3 times on this trip. All right, this was a group kickball day, which I love. So much fun. The families were amazing. You think about people getting together and doing things. It was really you think about community, and this is what it's all about, is finding that community of people that you can, you're not going to be best friends with everyone, but you'll probably find people that you really like and hang out with. And I know for me, this was one of our fire nights where they were actually cooking cobblers in these amazing Dutch ovens and putting the hot coals on top. And then, of course, you could roast some weenies and things like that. But it was a good time. They did a huge fire bonfire, and then they also had fire spinners. So they're getting ready for the bonfire, which was neat. It was just so well laid out. I think the venue itself just allowed us to have so much fun because there were so many opportunities for different things to happen at the same time. They even had a disc golf course. They had a pool. They brought an inflatable one day out to do some things. But this was funny. How do you light your bonfire? I bring a flamethrower. That's one way to get the job done. If you're going to go there, might as well, go there. Yeah. Pretty intense. Pretty intense. I was impressed. Yep. Good time. Really good time. Once again, a lot of people, a lot of families at Skoolie Swarm. So people have to be aware. I mean, I met families with kids of 5 kids, 7 kids, 9 kids, some that were there, some that were in college. And here comes some of the entertainment of fire spinners. Really fun. Really nice time. I love this. So guys, what we're going to do right now, I'm going to stop sharing because we are going to go over and raid Johnny's journey. She's going to be up in a few minutes. And I just want to say thank you once again for being here. And we will see you next Tuesday with more special guests. We've got lots of things going on. And hopefully we will let you in on more of the secret coming up in June. We're just going to dribble in little things so you guys can get ready. So everybody have a fantastic night. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. I want to give a shout out once again to my members because you guys are what make all of this possible. And we'll see you next week.